Did you know that the world's forest will disappear in about 100 years if deforestation levels proceed? According to worldwildlife.org, a new WWF report on global deforestation finds that over 160,000 square miles, an area roughly the size of California, were lost in deforestation hotspots around the world between 2004 and 2017. Deforestation puts human health and the health of our planet at risk.
The largest forest in the world is the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is located in South America, throughout the states of Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname. It covers an area of 2.3 million square miles. This stunning rainforest is home to one of the world's largest rivers, many indigenous tribes, and a lavish ecosystem.
20% of the original Amazon rainforest has been depleted by deforestation. Deforestation in the Amazon only became a big problem around 1920 because the population was growing and the increasing demand for timber and agriculture for crops and meat. Deforestation not only destroys lavish ecosystems, but it also causes carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, to be released into the air. This is something that we learned about on our farm trip. Sky had a forest around the back of the farm, and he was actively helping the environment by not cutting those down, even though they were very old trees. He told us that we shouldn't cut down any trees for anything because they are what help keep us alive. Deforestation is something that ruins and takes away all of the native animals' homes and habitats. According to StandForTrees.org, deforestation is one of the biggest causes of extinction. On top of all of this deforestation happening and releasing carbon dioxide into the air, all of the cattle that graze this land release methane, which is a greenhouse gas. This is really harmful to the environment.
Uncontacted indigenous people are especially vulnerable to deforestation and forest fires, since they depend mainly on the forest for food, medicine, and shelter. Forest damage also forces them to leave their homes. This causes them to be exposed to infections for which they have little or no immunity to. Instances like this have already resulted in the deaths of whole communities, and are especially concerning the COVID-19 pandemic, which has already killed over 157,000 Brazilians, most of which are indigenous people who live in the forest.
Even if things like forest fires do not push indigenous people from their homes, the consequences still cause harm.
Deforestation combined with fires in Brazil's wetlands are causing increased erosion from barren areas, with extra organic waste and ash thrown into rivers and lakes, causing bacteria to spread out of control and contaminate their drinking water.
With as much as 17% of the forest lost already, scientists believe that the tipping point will be reached at 20 to 25% of deforestation, even if climate change is tamed, according to the Time magazine. That means that if 3 to 8% more of the Amazon are deforested, there will be no going back. At the current rates of deforestation, 27% of the Amazon will be without trees by 2030. Ricardo Galvão, former official responsible for Brazil's deforestation, said, "If the Amazon is destroyed, it will be impossible to control global warming."
Brazilian beef was banned in the U.S. because of animal health concerns and unsanitary conditions. But the Trump administration reversed the ban in 2020 to allow Brazilian beef back into the U.S. The ban was then renewed recently due to a mad cow disease outbreak in Brazil. But some Brazilian beef is still found in the U.S. According to the Washington Post, an investigation in early 2021 found that food retailers such as Kroger, Walmart, and Costco sell Brazilian meat products. But what does beef have to do with deforestation? The main reason the Amazon rainforest is being cut down is because of cattle ranching. The cattle use this deforested area to graze, and eventually, when they become big enough, they are slaughtered for beef. This whole cycle then repeats over and over, because after the trees are cut down, the soil dries out without the rainforest's nourishment. This then causes the farmers to have to move on and cut more trees down. This is leading to mass deforestation in the Amazon rainforest.
According to rainforestconcern.org, it is estimated that for each pound of beef produced, 200 square feet of rainforest are destroyed. The cleared land cannot be used long without the rainforest's nourishment. The soil soon becomes dry, and cattle farmers then have to move on to create new cattle pastures, leaving a trail of destruction. This is called the slash and burn method. There are many more ways deforestation is harming the environment, but what are people doing about it? According to the Washington Post, President Biden was among the leaders of more than 100 countries who pledged to end deforestation by 2030 at the recent UN Climate Summit in Glasgow, Scotland.
But what can we do about it as common people? A simple solution is to always recycle paper and cardboard. This probably seems like what you typically hear as a solution, but recycling just those two helps in a huge way.
According to Conserve Energy Future, it is because 1 ton of paper put to recycle prevents the cutting of 17 trees. These 17 trees then sequester around 250 pounds of carbon dioxide from the air every single year. If only 10% of the entire paper used by the average American were recycled in a year, 25 million trees would be saved, and 367 million pounds of carbon dioxide will be absorbed by these trees in just 1 year.
So imagine how quickly we could improve the deforestation crisis if we actually executed on our words and took action.